What's up, YouTube? You may be wondering why the hell there's two different small block Chevys on my 350 build videos. Well, came across something that I wasn't expecting. Guys told me this original, the one I was working on, was a 350. Never take anybody's word, guys. Did some measuring because the piston rings I ordered didn't fit. Even though I did all this work with the honing, the cleaning, painting, plastic gauging the bearings and everything. Checked out the casting number, and yeah, if you look that up, this is a fucking 307. So I was kind of pissed for a little bit, but nothing can slow me down. What I'm gonna do with this one, let me first say, is I'm just gonna put it back together, and it's gonna be probably one of the nicest 307s you've ever seen. Did the crank on this one, like I said, I polished it up from where I was last video. Got my bearings in, cleaned up the pistons, and got new bearings, some pretty new bearings. Cleaned up the pistons as best I could. I'm gonna clean them up some more, of course, before I put them in. But yeah, I went to go gap rings, and it's like, what the hell is going on? Well, once I got that news, I was like, what should I do next? Should I go with a big block or get a bottom end? Then, if you guys remember my old 350, this is a real 350. Didn't really decode the year, but yes, it's a 350 for sure. Measured everything, and it's standard bore. Guys, this did have, let me tell you a little history on this. This is from my rod knock video, okay? This is a 4-bolt main, had standard size pistons, but let me show you what it had in it. This actually had a cool set of pistons. These pistons were TRWs. Oh man, it's gonna be kind of tough to see in there, but take my word for it, they were TRWs, and I looked them up. They're actually domed, standard sized, and forged. And I was like, holy shit, that's cool, man. Let's I'm gonna keep that, save that for a later date, you know? I wanna rock these pistons and see what I could do. You could see it's a press fit, of course, but it looks like it also has the option for some locks for being a floating. Well, I said screw it. This one had, of course, a spun bearing. If you look at that thing, this one was the one that was spun. It's pretty gnarly in there. Anyways, I said let's see what this one looks like before I do anything. It's free to just take apart. So I finally took it all apart, and it did have a ridge. Had a pretty gnarly ridge. Used a ridge reamer. Okay, a lot of guys say don't use those, but unless you need to take pistons out. But guys, this thing left it, I mean, smooth as hell. After a hone, I mean, what can you say? Anyways, took out the ridge, and everything looked good. The crankshaft was fucking hammered. Man, all these bearings were just trash. Scratches everywhere. The fucking guy, whoever built this, put mismatched bearings in it, and that's probably why it spun a bearing, not to mention no oil and high revving it. He said he broke or spun the rod bearing when he spun it to 7200 like an idiot. Yeah, this crankshaft wouldn't even turn. When all the pistons were out and just the mains were in, that thing should spin about almost 3 times just by spinning it. This thing wouldn't even spin. I actually had to put some muscle into it just to get it rotating. Well, anyways, it was just the bearings. The mains were fine. 4-bolt mains. Looked like it had been rebuilt maybe once before, but they kept it standard as far as the pistons. So I got a surprise for you guys. This isn't it. This isn't. I'm just not just making a video of where I was last time, because yeah, it took me a while to get this block into this, basically this shape. got a surprise for you guys. There's my lazy dog. And yeah, if you know what that brand is, I'm pretty stoked. You'd know why I'm stoked. So that right there is a brand new crankshaft. Steel crankshaft, not iron. It's a whole kit. And it came with these Speed Pro Hyper Eutectic coated pistons. Brand new, and I must say they look pretty fucking nice. Okay, besides that, the kit did come with the SIR Eagle rods, and these are forged, guys. And guess what? They are bushed for floating. So in case I'd want to change them out later for a bigger bore or something, I don't know if you guys could see that, but it even comes with a ARP bolts, or yeah, rod bolts. What am I trying to say? Of course, new bearings and new plasma molly rings. Of course, those were the same ones I wanted to run with the nitrous kit. And this kit is rated up to 500 horse, but of course, with careful tuning, you can definitely get a little more, especially when you're spraying. Now, naturally aspirated over 500, that's a little risky, but I think I'm going to be at around 400 is my goal. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on my tune. But yeah, guys, that is the goal. So that's where we're gonna take this guy to. This guy we're just gonna put back together. I'm still not sure about those junk heads. I might clean them up, or maybe, I don't know, get some double humps, or I don't know what I'm gonna do with this bottom end. But I'm just gonna keep it as a spare engine with new bearings and new rings, and yeah, we'll just keep it as a spare engine over there in the side. This is gonna be the bad boy. This is what I'm looking forward to. So if you guys are wondering why it took so long to get another video up, I am gonna unfortunately miss the races this weekend, which are in about 2 days, and yeah, this is nowhere near being in the car. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep at it as much as I can on the weekends and at night, and hope for the best. Any questions, leave them in the comment section. Thanks, guys.